Hey chat, hope your midterms went well. I'll be demonstrating Project 2 for y'all. This is one of your most difficult projects in my opinion because you have to check for accuracy in your output and there's a lot to keep track of. So, that's going to be a little hard, but to actually code it shouldn't be. So I'll just demonstrate my code right now. You're going to want to start with saying, hey, all of our philosophers are going to start to think. And once they're done thinking or before they start to eat, you're going to output that they thought for this long. And then you're going to say, okay, they picked up these chopsticks, and then they're going to start to eat. And then, yeah, just more print statements in, random order of philosophers thinking before they start picking up chopsticks, especially. So, philosopher 1 thought, then they pick up chopstick 1, which is available. No other philosopher has picked it up yet. Philosopher 0 has picked up chopstick 0, and yeah, so on and so forth. Now 2 has finished eating, return their chopsticks, and now since their chopsticks are free, philosopher 1 is able to pick up the chopstick philosopher 2 just had. So you just want to keep track of all of that. So as we said, philosopher 2 had these two, now they returned, now philosopher 1 can pick that one up alongside chopstick 1 and start to eat. There's no there's no exact order we want this to be. We don't want this to be like a preset determined order. We want it to be sort of random, right? There's not always going to be the same output or the same order. So don't worry about that too much. You just want to make sure your logic is thorough and that no chopstick is being picked up by two philosophers at once. You have to make sure your output says this philosopher has stopped eating or has ate for this long and has returned their chopsticks. Sorry, I'm going back and forth. But yeah, make sure they say all that before the other philosophers can pick up that chopstick. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's something I keep a lookout for. Here's your official rubric. So that's project 1. You don't have to worry about that anymore. But so for project 2, there's 4 main things we're gonna look out for in your terminal. So a lot of times when I'm grading these, for some reason, there's this weird syntax where it'll say philosopher like 31 or something is eating, which doesn't make sense. We don't have that many philosophers, nor why is it printing the title twice. Not sure exactly where that comes from, but keep a lookout for that. And like I was mentioning earlier, print when a philosopher is done eating or thinking, and return the chopsticks. Make sure you print out your fork possessions, because obviously, how are we supposed to know who's allowed to eat, when they can eat, without printing this? Or they're given. You'll also lose a point if you don't. If they're printed in the wrong order, wrong philosopher. So going back to like this chart, let's say you have a statement that says philosopher 0 picked up chopstick 4. That doesn't make sense, right? You can't reach a fork all the way over there, or a chopstick, whatever. So make sure that's accurate. And then lastly, if it doesn't run infinitely, just let it run forever. I mean, this thing's still going. Let it run for at least 20-30 seconds in your demo video. And that's about it. If you have any other questions, let me know, and either the TAs will answer them. Have a great day. Don't have a great day just yet? I forgot to mention a few things. 1, do not submit your work in a zip file if you can. This just makes it faster for us to grade, so we don't have to download a whole zip file, and we can just view your document separately in Canvas. 2, for the utensils the philosophers used to eat, it doesn't matter what you call them. Like, you can call them chopsticks, forks, spoons. Any of those utensils work. And finally, have fun naming your philosophers. So what I mean by that is, instead of naming them philosopher 1, 2, 3, 4, you can call them Whooper 1, 2, 3, 4, Steve 1, 2, 3, 4. Just have fun with it. It gets very tiring grading these at 3 a.m. for me, so it helps out a lot when you guys do fun stuff like that. Kind of like how in Project One, a lot of you guys submitted memes, poems, references. Oh, that was very funny stuff. Anyway, thanks for listening. Now go ahead and have a great day.